Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday, February 22nd. Yesterday night was really hard. 2 days in a row is really hard. 2 days of 12 hours, it's really demanding. And now what's coming ahead, it's 3 days of 12 hours. So during the week, when I'm done Sunday, on Monday morning, when I'm done, I'll have clocked in 60 hours of work for the entire duration of the week. But usually you work 2 days, you got 2 days off. You work 3 days, you got 2 days off, and so on and so on. So it's not that much of a challenge. It's just that it's physically demanding. And my life, if you can see how much gray hair I have on my head and on my chin, you'll see that I didn't work easily all my life. I worked physically a lot of times. A lot of time in my life I was put under a lot of stress. That's why I'm like that. And the kind of job that I like to do is technical work. I like to create. I like to assemble. I like to participate. I like to do different things. I like to fabricate. This job here, none of that. The money's there, but none of that. It's not a challenge. The biggest challenge you have to do there is focus on what you're doing and keep up, which is really hard for a daydreamer like me, because I like to think and daydream a lot. And over there, I have simply no time for that. So, yesterday I went for an interview that, like I say, it was the kind of job that I want. I just wonder that if they're going to meet my salary, if they're that interested. Usually, these kind of jobs, I give them 24 hours to think it over. And they're far, so I wonder who actually is going to apply for these jobs once they know where it is. So that's very surprising. And probably of all the people that they met, I'm probably one of their top 10. Very often on these kinds of employment, they're seeking somebody that's going to be versatile, has a lot of experience in many things, and they're willing to do different things. And they will usually never find these people. They will find somebody with one set of skills and certification and graduations, but nothing else. No years of experience, and no skill level. They know how to do the job, but they haven't done it enough. So, like the guy says yesterday, they say, when he told me, they say, what's your certification? And I told him honestly, I say, I have no certification. All I learned from the best. I learned from my teacher, were 50-year-old, 60-year-old plus man that taught me their best of their skill. So I learned from the best. And the guy says, sometimes no certification is best certification, because you learn from experience. And he was very happy with this. So right now I'm putting all my bets on that one, hoping that they're going to call back, or at very least call back to say that I'm not chosen. Distant wise, how I say that I don't like to travel? Well, even though it seems that it's nearby, because it is on the immediate South Shore, not in Montérégie, it's still 30 minutes away, and it's like 5 more kilometers from what I usually do. Every day I travel about 32 kilometers, and this one is a cut straight to 39 kilometers to get to the door, from my house to the door. So that's quite surprising. Anyway, I hope they call soon so I can give my resignation to that job, and my second passage to that company will be the last. I wasn't impressed the first time when I worked there. I'm still not impressed with the third time. My coworker always tell me that come on, stay, man, it's a great job, blah blah blah. And it's like, I'm an adventurer, and my life, it's going from one thing to the next. I don't like to be stuck at one place. I like to learn, I like to experience things, and 9 years at the same place was drawing near its end. If Geo3D would have not closed their door, I would have remained there. Even though it was 9 years of service, I was going on 10. I would have stayed there. It's literally, I was quite happy there. The salary was good. I was at a decent salary. And even the best thing, like if they would have said, we'll cut your hours, but you already have a part-time job, so we'll cut your hours, I would accept it. I just didn't want to lose my job. The day when I lose that job, when they tell me I was fired, the only thing that came to my mind wasn't crying, wasn't angry, didn't have a chill down my spine. The only thing that came to my mind, and I say, it's finally over. So like, this part of my life was finally over. It was time for me to move on, to experience new things and head towards what I wanted. And in 2015, what I wanted was to work in the light industry, because I'm a LED light specialist, and that's what I wanted to do. So I struggle with my ideas, trying to find a job in that field and sell my ideas and try to make it work. Nothing came to avail. By the end of the year, 2015, I managed to get a job working for a light company that was not far away from where I live, 22 minutes by car, but about an hour by bus and metros, which was really excruciating. And I thought it was going to be normal work, but it was completely opposite. That company was very special. They were a very special snowflake. It was really awful. But I learned. I learned a lot there. I cannot dismay that I learned a lot. I was very happy that I grown, gained experience, gained knowledge. So no complaint on that side. What I learned there, I could carry that knowledge to this new place. And best of all, yesterday when I talked with the owner of the company, each question that I was asking him in regard of how complicated the job was going to be, they didn't do it. They didn't do that stage. They didn't do that level of thing. So everything, like, it was just getting easier and easier and easier. So like by the end, I say like, wow, if it's just putting stuff together, that's going to be mighty easy for me, because there isn't that much welding involved. You just lay down this strip, glue it up in place, solder the wires, assemble the thing together, and that's it. So I was like, wow, like seriously, I want that job. Like, I want to contribute there. I want to be part of that team. So I'll wait. On regard for what you actually watch this video for, knowing about time travel, I slept all day. I worked 24 hours in 2 days. I was drained today, so I slept all day. Didn't work on anything, and I'm not planning to work on anything anytime soon. If I get that job and I do a normal life, and then I enjoy what I do, my moral change, my mood change, then I'll start to work on my project again. But for now, not going anywhere. I'm still in debt. I have a lot of things back to pay. There's a few late payment that I have to keep up. So my money is going toward paying my debt, nothing else. Until I get back on the whole of my financial life, nothing will change. Time travel has always been a pastime. Back in the day when I used to have a lot of money and income to spare, it was a good hobby. I put a lot of money into it, but I never got a return. Most people think that the money grow on trees and I can just do these things easily and so on and so on. But unfortunately, it's expensive. It's time consuming. You need a place to work. You can't just do electronics on your kitchen table when there's people home. So it doesn't work like that. And I especially hate working at my kitchen table because there's no light. It's not a working environment, it's a kitchen environment. So it's going to be a long while before I start redoing anything. Unfortunately, right now, I have all the information. Everything is in my pocket right now. It's just I'm missing the other part of it to do it. I don't have money. I don't have a shop to work. I have minimum tools. I have access to my parts. That's not a problem, at least. I have access to all the parts that I need. But unfortunately, just no money to spare or no time to spare. It would take a miracle for me to be able to score some serious money at the lottery. But even there, it sometimes doesn't want to be violated. Like I say to one of my another member on the forums, if I ever manage time travel, I'm going to rape the shit out of time. I'm going to time travel like no fucking tomorrow and rape the living shit out of it. It's like, for sure I'm not going to mess with life though. Because like, even though some people always beg me to say like, oh, if you ever manage to time travel, can you help me with this? I lost this member of my family, this, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work like that. When somebody dies, somebody die. You can't go back in the past and fix it. Time will not allow it. And even if you save that person, time will correct itself to put it back like it was. If somebody's due to die, somebody is due to die, it will die. There's nothing you can do about it. It was, and if you remember the time travel episode in Futurama, they explained it clearly, like literally paradox. They explain it clearly what happened when you mess with time. It will fire back. It will not allow it to be changed. Hell, I don't even know that. Yes, you managed to time slip, to travel back in time. I'm not even sure that you'll be able to remain in one place in time in the past for as long as you pretend to be. You know? Science fiction is science fiction. There's a certain level of things that can be done. I always say that physics is wrong about time travel. It doesn't know shit about time travel. Einstein knew more than he led to, and he never wrote the truth about time travel and time. Science is not a dogma. It's not a religion. It can be altered. Not everything that you read in science is true either. They do keep a lot of things, a lot of truth out of your hand. Because if they would tell you that, oh, well, you know how many times we say that about this thing, that it's not supposed to be like this? Well, we lied. You know what you learn in school? We lied. It wasn't like that at all. It was like this. So, you know,